I was supposed to make tea, and I said, let me try one that I've never drank before on the pod for no reason.
But you like it?
I like it's lovely.
It's good.
It's lovely. I'm just gonna ask which one it is. It's so lovely.
Hello, everyone. My name is Paul, and this is
Paul and Baaj in character. As you've guessed, I'm Baaj. How you doing?
How are you doing?
How's your week been?
It's been good. It's been good. A few interviews, press rounds, some radio shows. Yeah.
They just rush the boy.
I wish. But I can't complain though. If you
deserve though.
What about you?
What are the interviews for though?
Say Who Die.
Say Who Die.
Yes.
Oh, I did not even guess that it was that one.
Yes. It is streaming on Prime.
If it's streaming on Prime, go see it. It's a magnificent film. Yeah. One of my proudest films I've been in.
Oh, thank you.
Happened to be made by some dude that I know. Apparently they are calling to interview him about it. I don't know why. All his good ideas came from me.
That is true.
So I don't know why they're asking him anything. I mean, all he did was like direct the whole film. Shout out though. Shout out. Another
Thank you. Film. So what did you get up to this weekend or this past week?
This past week, well, be trying to get back to work, to be honest. You know, trying to see what the last quarter of the year is going to be like. I always have this vibe that the last quarter is always the most exciting one. I don't know. That's when things just be popping. I don't know. So I'm getting ready for it. And it's looking like it's going to be like that, to be honest. It's been a slowish year, but it's like it's coming to a late end. So let's go.
Okay. Any idea what we're going to be talking about today?
Yeah, I also wanted to talk about what you wanted to talk about. Because you were talking about it before we started recording.
True.
I was like, this is an angle that, I won't lie, no matter how much I've learned about it over the years, okay, that's normal now. You know, when you get more knowledge about something, is when you know you don't know.
You don't know, yes.
Yeah. So
the more you learn, the more you learn, you don't know.
You'll be, even you're at parties, you're talking to people about it, you're in production, you're talking, and you're learning more, and learning more, like, man, are you serious? Like, you just learn another world.
Seriously? Word.
You really didn't know about, don't even understand. You didn't even know.
True.
So that's why when the conversation comes up, I was like, let's talk about stuff like that. So I felt like let's talk about that on pod.
It's a fun topic. Yeah. Who funds Nollywood films? We're going to be looking at funding in Nollywood, funding globally, crowdfunding, raising money for your film, and at some point we're going to be sharing some practical steps for young filmmakers out there to go about seeking for funds for their projects. And
especially now, seeing how easy it is to get your product out there now.
Yes.
You know, they are not as much middlemen or gatekeepers as we call them. So now it's like, the only thing stopping you is a little bit of money and your creativity.
True.
In short. True. It took me a while to actually embrace that as a good thing. I won't lie. I'm telling you, I was a little bit on the shelf of leaving it open would be making it too open.
Seriously?
Yeah. And then I realized you are benefiting from said openness. Let's start with that.
I hear you.
You could benefit more from these new openings.
What do you
and most especially, yes, it will let more in. But not to self-critic, but we're not very happy with what was before, were we? You know?
When you say where we were before, can you be a bit more specific?
Like, anytime we talk about where is Nollywood now, we usually go like, we can be doing better.
Yes, you can always be doing better. Yeah.
So if there's a new horizon or a new thing going on, it's still new now.
It is. We're still learning about it. We're still learning about it. We're still working on it. We're still perfecting it.
Yeah, when that's really become a thing. I'm talking about YouTube, by the way.
Yes.
So it's still early, it's still young.
Yeah.
So drawing your conclusion so early won't make too much sense.
No, you really can't.
So maybe, let's see.
And things are constantly changing and evolving.
Yeah.
Let's circle back a bit.
Yes, please, sorry.
We're talking about the new age media and distribution platforms. But there was a time, and there still is, as we're talking, a period where people raise money for films. I'm going to say in a traditional manner. You know, you have, how do I say this? Let's go way back in the early days, long before even our time. We had distributors, people in Asaba, Iweka Road, Alaba International. The distributors had the means and they had some sort of a platform. They had a way to get the product to the consumer.
Yeah.
So they funded a majority of the projects we grew up watching.
Yeah.
Yes, all those early Nollywood films, all those early Nigerian projects were funded by them. And then you also had the NTA network service. Then I think in the early days, AIT, Channels Television, they all put their hands
Do
on
you know how old people see? Sorry to break up.
Yes.
People really see AIT as really old now.
Yeah.
I was very surprised.
It is shocking.
I was very surprised
because they were the new kid on the block when we were growing up. But yeah, it shows you how time changed.
We just talked about something and I said it in passing, leading to something else. So there's this show. I was doing the show on AIT then.
Yeah.
I'm like, AIT?
Yes. Does anybody watch AIT? Does anybody still? That's what they're thinking. Like anybody still? Yes, people still do, but maybe you don't, but people still do.
People still do.
Yeah, and they still have some. I don't know. I hope decent shows on those platforms.
I wouldn't know.
But what do you think? The traditional funding method and indie film funding method.
I think that method can never go.
Which one?
It's that the
traditional funding.
The traditional
method.
funding
Okay.
can never go.
Yeah.
It's our foundation, so to speak, like what we started with.
It is.
So
And I think it's a global thing, to be honest. Because if you have big platforms, big distributors,
get to
money
decide.
men who have the money.
talks.
So it's easy for them to say, oh, we have these platforms. We own these streaming services. This is the type of project
That
we
we
would
want
like
to
to.
see,
Yes. And
is what it
yeah.
is.
Yeah. But that doesn't stop indie filmmakers from trying to put their voices out there, from trying to share their arts with the world. And you see a lot of people these days, especially with the advent of TikTok, streamers like YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and the one that we don't know is coming but will come eventually, find ways to get the word, spread the message, and share their art with the world.
True.
Yes,
True.
that is true.
That's what I was saying before about the leaving it open
Yes.
to everybody now.
Yeah,
So it's still young.
yeah.
Because I was one of those, I drew my conclusions pretty early.
You did?
But as time was going on, like, wait, if it wasn't there, you wouldn't have had easy access to this, you know?
When you were making your first film, short film,
Yeah.
how was it getting funding?
I relied on family.
Family?
Yeah, the location I used
Yeah.
was my auntie's house. She has a lovely house in Ikorodu, and I got to use it to film the entire short film. And then to get there's still some props you need. Then you always need money. No matter how many things you think that people can help you with, you're always going to need money. And that's when you go and meet this uncle, meet this cousin, meet this brother, meet this sister, meet mom. And then you add on, then you meet friends, and friends will come together. Shout out to Rachel, Isaac, and Annie Yoho.
Wow.
Yeah, they were the first guys
Yeah?
on that. I was actually surprised they agreed to do it. Because who is this little dude that wants to do a film with us? Because they were actually brilliant actors, actually. So I was like, yeah, sure. And they liked the script. And we made it, I'll say for the time, we made a pretty good film.
It's cool. So let me ask this question. That was your first project.
Yeah.
You funded it. You had complete creative control. Has there ever been a point, because I have stories, where you went in to look for funding and you had an idea of what you wanted to make, and then the person or the money man or woman decides, oh, I'm giving you X amount, maybe 5 million naira, 10 million, 20 million naira, and I would like you to alter your story or to add certain characters or to, add a love angle or love interest.
I think I would have found a way to still swing it, but that was not a conversation. It was more of a, which wasn't my fault, and maybe it was because I couldn't convince him. But in short, he just went, I don't trust Nollywood.
Okay. And he didn't give you the money.
Yeah, that was the overall conversation. So it wasn't even I don't trust you it had nothing to do with me as an individual.
It wasn't even.
I felt like if I had come with a completely different business idea, he would bite. Just after the conversation.
So this wasn't about creative control.
It was just.
This was just the financial decision.
Nollywood. I don't trust Nollywood. It was when he said it. You're like, I felt deflated. Like, where do I? How do I? Yeah. So now, what I'm hoping we keep doing now is we keep making great films, and we keep putting the correct numbers out there, because that's really what it's about.
You mean accurate numbers? Accurate numbers out there.
If you can follow the numbers, you're like, okay.
Then there'll be an accurate accounting.
Of
the data
what we're
would
making,
be
what we're
correct,
using.
and then we can really, really plan and project future earnings. So if you honestly know that you spent 10 naira on this project and you made 7 naira in profits, net profits, or you grossed 20 naira, and the next person spends 10 naira and grosses 19 naira, next person spends 10 naira and grosses 18 or 21 naira, we have a fair representation of what the market actually is. But if for some reason some of the figures are not accurate, it can be a problem.
Yeah.
That
Because it will
really
show.
can be a problem.
Because-
It will show, because what then happens is someone else tries to replicate or use the formula that
You use.
has, yes, and then comes away with a completely different set of results.
Whether good or bad.
Whether good or bad. And which sometimes can happen even when you're using a formula that has been tested and trusted.
Honestly,
But
I don't think you have to even go that far.
yeah.
I think we've been lucky enough to have had really brilliant shows and films from us now. So to an extent, I think most people can tell when you spent the money you said you spent on a film and
Yeah.
when you did not spend the money that you said you spent on a film, on the film that you made.
Yeah.
You know, so now it's not as obvious, but now people can tell when, your set pieces should be bigger, your scenes should be
More robust.
more robust.
Yeah.
You should feel like I'm watching almost something cinematic at least, not these very enclosed locations or just the way you're shooting. It just feels like you rushed.
Yeah.
So that is becoming obvious now. Sha.
Yeah.
So,
I think that when you're dealing with money men or bigger entities who have way more money to throw at a film project in this case, you sometimes have to be willing to play the game and maybe to some extent cede creative control. That happens quite a bit. Now, it's something I
actually agree.
You may not be comfortable with.
Yeah.
As a young
But
author
it's not your
director,
money.
but it's not your money.
It's not your
So
money.
you,
So I
so
kind
you
of
have to be able
agree.
to find a happy medium or balance to it. Sometimes you do have to push back or stand your ground.
Understandably.
But sometimes
Because they
you
can't
have
see
to
your
go,
vision.
okay, this is not hurting the story artistically. Maybe.
How
Just maybe.
much
Yeah.
would you fight back if they were pushing for a particular cast based on maybe they have a relationship with that particular actor or they feel the popularity of that actor would do well for the publicity of the film? How much would you push back?
That's a good question. Now, this is the thing. If it's about popularity and numbers, you have to be fair and you have to be reasonable. I'm talking if you're the director now or the person with the idea, the story idea, it's yours. You thought, I wanted to use X actor, and the studio is saying, how about we consider using Y? There's a reason they're saying that. They're putting 100 million, 200 million, 300 million, 500 million, 10 million, 1 naira into your project.
Yeah.
They want to be sure they'll make their money back.
back,
And
yeah.
if they're telling you, or if they're suggesting to you, how about going this direction because you're guaranteed to put certain number of bombs in seats.
Yeah.
And if the suggestion is not an overall terrible suggestion.
If it is.
No, let's get them.
If it's not, then the decision is easy.
We'll get there. Hang with me first.
Okay.
If the suggestion is in itself not a terrible suggestion, then maybe it's worth considering. Now, if it is a terrible suggestion, it's a conversation. You talk to the studio heads. Oh, look, this is what I'm thinking. This character is supposed to be maybe athletic, and it's not just written that way just because. He or she, maybe he in this case, is supposed to run repeatedly. And the person you're suggesting doesn't seem like they might be best suited for the physical rigors that this story entails. So if I'm telling you it's still going to be hard to shoot this film in 20 days and have this actor in tip-top condition every single day for those 20 days, and you're telling me to use someone who is liable or likely to have a heart attack after day 5, then you are not just putting my creative... you're putting the entire film in jeopardy.
Nice one.
I've seen things where they cast an actor because the actor is bankable.
Yeah.
And I'm not just talking about Nollywood here. I'm talking generally.
Of course.
And then the actor, lovely individual. This is young actress, lovely individual. Great personality. Great personality. I heard this story. Don't come for me. I wasn't there. I just heard the story. This actress gets on the set. First and foremost, she comes late because she's a star.
Okay.
And then she gets on set and she's not giving any attitude, to be clear. She's trying to collaborate with the director and everything. But the director wants her to talk and walk. And it's a long sequence where they're moving from one scene to another scene. And she gave it her all, but she really wasn't cut out for it. She struggled. And the director had to settle for shots that were, I'd say, less appealing.
Oh, okay.
And that basically takes away from the entire creative process.
I feel you.
So it's something that sometimes you are trying to avoid as a filmmaker. And you want the right person or someone who can become the right person.
Anything the director could have done that would have made the actor do a good enough job to have one shot?
Sometimes there might not be. I don't want to say there is nothing that could have been done.
Maybe there's no time.
Maybe there's no time.
There's really no
because
time.
Again, we're not shooting for 6 weeks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So if you're on set for 5 days or 6 days and you're working with this person, this is what you're working with.
I get you.
And the person is probably trying their best, but they're just not hardwired that way. It doesn't mean they're terrible actors, but this isn't their strength. You can't want to shoot La La Land and then cast an actor or an actress who can't dance. Phenomenal talent, range, everything, but they really can't dance and you don't have time to train them. You're going to hate the film.
I feel you.
Yeah. So I think that's something to look out for.
Love La La Land.
Yes. If you're a director in our space here in Nollywood, sometimes you need to learn to push back. Not because you're trying to be difficult, but because it's the right thing to do. And I think in the long run, the producers will thank you for it. Yeah. That's what I think.
It's always good when you get that after they've seen the film, even though when it's not out yet. But when they've seen the film and they're like, there's that pride.
Yeah.
Even though they don't know too much about, Yeah. But there's that, because I think even if you're not some cinephile or anything, you know when you have seen something that is quality.
Yes.
You get. So there's that feeling of your name is behind
this project.
It was actually my brother that made me take it more seriously. It was I think I was making my first film. And he was like, he's really impressed that that's me, get to create something. Like you do, like I asked, of course you create. So like no, like you are creating something out of nothing. If there was no you, this film would not exist.
Yeah.
So you are creating a film out of no storyline and everything. It's going to now exist in real life. As a thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh Jesus. Yeah. Like even me that is doing the job, I'm not thinking about it that deeply. But I'm like, oh wow, that is what I've been doing for the past 6 months.
Yeah.
Just because that's what you're doing. You wake up at 2 a.m. You're just constantly creating and creating until you finally create. Like, oh wow. So it was you're right. It's
and one of the things I think I should state clearly here is I'm not anti working with big streaming platforms or money men. Of course. But there are certain advantages to doing that, to be honest, because you don't have to worry about funding to a certain extent. You don't have to go and start begging mom and pop or your friends for money. You don't have to exhaust your own personal funds to do any of these things. They have the money, they have the means, they have a distribution platform sometimes, and it makes life easier. It allows you to concentrate on the creative aspect.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask.
And sorry,
let's go.
CSR, brands, brand engagement, brand involvement, corporate social responsibility, all of those things can sometimes come easier if you are willing you're working with certain types of distribution platforms or film houses.
I was going to ask you, since as someone that's you've existed in both spaces, which one did you have more pressure? Like, which one do you feel like there was more pressure on? When it was you and, I guess, you and your friends?
Yes.
And when it was actually the other way?
That's very interesting. To be honest, I have felt pressure both ways.
Definitely.
I would say it's a slightly different kind of pressure either way. When we made What Lies Within and Country Had, the money was out of pocket. So we found that we were going broke every single time we wanted to shoot a film and pressure. Bring it to life. So that's a different because you're pressure. Like, I'm putting all my money, my life savings into this project. If it goes belly up, I'm toast. I'm probably packing my things or whatever things I have left, and I am moving to the village. If you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'm done. But having said that, dealing with money men or people who have resources, the pressure now is they've paid you.
Yes.
They've backed you.
Yes.
You have to deliver. So it's kind of similar, but it's different. This time, you're not worried about your own financial well-being.
Okay.
Primarily.
Almost sounds like you're saying the pressure is less on the other side, though.
No, the pressure is the same. But it's not about one isn't more or less. They're just different types of emotional feelings.
Okay.
So this time you've planned, you've prepped, you've done everything, you think you've done a good job, but you do want the film to do well financially.
Yeah, okay, I get what
you don't just want people to see it and go, oh, good film.
Your name is still there at the end of the day.
Film to make at least some sort of a return on the investment. Because that's the only thing the accountants can use as a metric of measurement. So you can make a good film, but if the film costs a lot of money, even in Hollywood, and it doesn't make any money back, no matter how good the film is, it can, in some circles, be considered a bit of a failure.
Especially now. I think I low-key kind of feel like to make a cult classic now is more difficult.
It is.
Well, of course, you can't know what a cult classic is till it becomes a cult classic, but then it would take years, probably decades. So probably wouldn't know till I'm in my 50s or 60s if I lived that long. So you wouldn't know. But I just feel like it's harder to make a cult classic. Or better still, just hit me now. If you were to guess, over the last, I hope I've seen the film, Sha. Hopefully I have 20-ish years.
Yes.
A Nigerian film that you'd say either has or will become a cult classic.
Okay, I'm going to leave films that I was directly involved in or directed or wrote.
So it's feel like we are being biased.
Yes. Yeah. You know, so I'm going to leave Country Hard and What Lies Within out of it. So
because honestly,
cult classics.
I was going to put Say Who Die, but
cult classic. You don't say Who Die, yes, but
I'm telling you,
but Uju Kokoro could be a cult classic a few years from now. Green, White, Green.
Do you know I never got to see it?
It's a really good film.
I
think it could be a cult classic a few years from now. Kasala. Cult classic.
I like Kasala.
I'm leaving stuff I'm involved in.
Yes. We've clarified that.
I'm just trying to.
You have not acted the film in Nollywood. God.
I don't. The thing is, I'm torn. Do I call 76 a cult classic? No. Because I think it was
has it been long enough? Has it been out long enough to have become a cult classic? But then again, I think
it was a really great film and just celebrated in every way, shape, or form. So I don't know if it qualifies as a cult classic.
Oh, okay.
I think it's...
No. If it did, we won't have to have
it's like The Wedding Party. It's broad. It has mass appeal. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe because most people hopefully have seen it or heard about it, I don't know that it qualifies as a cult classic. But these films, I think, might stand the test of time.
No, test of time and cult classic are different.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So sticking strictly to cult classics.
The
films
I think test of time is a little easier than cult classic.
Yes.
Because cult classic, sometimes I might even feel like it's not entirely up to you.
Yes.
If you come out just at the right time and you just happen to just hit that right spot before you know it. So sometimes it's not even about that your film. So it's still about the right time. Yeah.
Okay.
But for cult classic, I always
You're thinking.
Every film I'm thinking about is more of stand the test of time.
Yes.
Than
a cult classic. I hear what you're saying. So you now, as a filmmaker, you've sourced for funding.
Yes.
Yeah. Am I wrong? Yeah.
You're not wrong.
Have you tried to talk to major chains, big distribution platforms, big film houses, or...
Not for film.
Okay.
It was more for an ad.
Oh.
For a film. I don't know if that... so I'm guessing it's going to be different.
What did you do? What happened? How did you approach them?
Well, I think it's a little easier because mostly you're coming with a pitch deck and then sort of... will I say... a reel.
Yes.
of the jobs that you've done, pretty much a cumulative rate of things that you've done and how you did it.
Yeah.
And then it spread an EPK of just your company and what you're capable of, blah, blah, blah. And then, of course, what you've made on the thing that you're trying to advertise. So it's a little bit more straightforward, it's a little bit more commercial.
I hear you. I hear you.
It's not as creative. Of course, there's creativity in it because you're trying to sell a product.
Yeah.
But it's not along the same lines as film. So I'm guessing it to be a little
A bit
different.
But you had to pitch.
I did have to pitch for film, but it wasn't for a chain. It was more so an individual.
You wore a shirt and a tie. You had that laser dot pointer.
I
stood there.
didn't think I had to do that because it wasn't like the person. I was a stranger.
Yeah.
You know,
So at the end, the guy looks at
reality.
your proposal on the board, looks at you sternly, then breaks out into a smile, then gets up and shakes your hand.
Yeah, that's not how it happened.
And then you walked out of the building and you fist pumped the air. Is that how that played out?
No, he said he did trust Nollywood. I feel like I've said this to him.
Oh, wow. Was that what happened?
I feel like I've said this to him before.
Oh, my goodness.
Is that Randy?
No. So would you say, in your experience, that alternative source of funding, I mean, trying to go it by yourself, asking friends and family, like an indie filmmaker, what would you say the major difference for you is?
If you're the kind of person that finds it hard to ask for help,
Yeah.
you find it hard to do this. So you kind of just have to like just stonewall it, just because you do a lot of asking and you get a lot of there's really nothing that can be done at the moment. Or
That's true.
let me get back to you.
Yeah.
But there won't be a lot of getting back too. So because sooner it's like I think you said it earlier. You might have what was the last episode? You have a lot of no's, but
Yes.
just one or a few
Just one or
yeses
few
makes a
yeses.
huge difference. So it was like the few yeses or the few okay, let's see what we can do.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Because it was
Yeah.
so like if you next thing you have an entire location.
Yeah.
A few yeses you have cars.
Yeah.
A few yeses you have a few 100,000.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Personally, what I would advise a lot of people out there is simple. You can't go with the conventional or traditional method, which is pitch to film houses, pitch to production companies, have your pitch deck, prepare your plan. Everything is visual. Everything looks nice. You have your mood board. You have your synopsis, your treatment. Everything is on point. And that's one way to go about it, as we've spoken about a bit. But you could also do it the old-fashioned, boots to the grounds, crowdfunding, looking for funding way.
It's crowdfunding when you work in Nigeria. I don't think
Two
anybody-
things.
There's only one person I've seen do that.
This is what I think.
Yeah.
When you ask your brother, your sister, your friends,
Is
they
that
are
crowd? Is that-
technically a crowd.
Oh,
Now
assumption of crowd
is when you ask
online.
strangers and go
Yeah,
online and
yeah.
cap in hand, and so that's the thing. So if the first time we wanted to do country, what lies within, we raised money amongst ourselves, but it wasn't enough, and then we had someone come in.
Yeah.
And then
that's what came in, yeah.
for Country had something similar. We raised money amongst ourselves and got it done. We were lucky enough to get a brand to come in. Fast forward to today. Now, if I'm feeling a bit more confident, maybe I could say, hey, I'm trying to do this and I'm going to ask the public for some sort of assistance.
Yeah.
And I'm going to offer certain perks.
Okay.
I'm going to try and give them a reason to get excited about the project. Because some young filmmakers all over the continent and globally have explored that option with varying degrees of success. So it is something that can happen and can work. I think it really can work. I'm not going to be this Kickstarter, there's GoFundMe, and you can have a really kick-ass idea, put together a presentation, do everything Kickstarter or GoFundMe ask you to do to get placed on the platform, and then try. You'd be surprised. People are interested in all sorts of weird and interesting stories. And if you find your tribe, because you probably do have a tribe here in Nigeria, all over West Africa, all over Africa, globally, and people might go, hey, I have $1, I have $2, I have 50 kobo, I have 1 naira. I'm willing to give you this money if I think this project can get made. The only thing you have to do is try, because you lose nothing.
True.
you actually lose nothing.
You get used to the nose.
You get used to the nose. You've probably heard enough no's at this point in time, and that's why it's something that I would encourage more young filmmakers to explore.
The cool part about it is you forget about the nose after a yes.
Yes.
You know this?
Yeah.
Yeah. So eager to get to work. You're so forward thinking, like you are on overdrive. Like you are.
You're just
you're just
this is
good
my opportunity.
that you can't even remember
I'm gonna do
the
X,
amount
Y,
of
Z.
nose. Yeah. So it just when you're getting the nose, obviously you are in that moment, so it's like the worst thing.
Yes.
But it's so weird how much you forget.
True. Because I can't remember any one specific no.
Like I can remember the yeses, but the no's feel like smaller than the yeses,
in
which
comparison.
is not possible.
Yes.
Because I know a lot of people.
So let me ask you a question.
Yep.
What would you consider red flags when fleshing out production deals with probably a production house, big streamer, distribution company? You want to make this film?
Okay. When it comes to the distribution part, I might give a little bit of leeway there.
Yeah.
Because, well, anyone that can come up with the best way to distribute this film and get our money back, I'm down.
But what about
when it comes for the storytelling,
process, the making of the project?
I think that's where because if you give too much leeway, especially when it comes to the final arc, they have pretty much taken over the entire film.
So you started out wanting to tell a story about a young girl and her dog, and all of a sudden it's about an old man and his pig. That's how you get Babe, which is a lovely film, by the way.
I was going like, what's your problem with Babe?
No, I love Babe. Yeah. I also love Okja, which was about a young girl.
I love Okja.
And a pig.
I love Okja. Oh, nice one. I love Okja.
Yeah. So the way I see it is simple. You have a project. You want to get it made. You're talking to a big production house. You have to be very clear when fleshing out a contract. And a contract is very, very, very important. And I mean something that is written out and is hopefully overseen by lawyers and people in the know, people who understand legal terms and terminology. Because if you try and go it alone and you probably don't have as much in the way of legal knowledge or how things work, you might find yourself in a sticky position. So the best thing to do is probably get lawyers involved. They draft out an agreement, and the agreement should basically state or stipulate in clear terms how you intend to recoup the money, how much you're expecting them to contribute to the project, your own contributions, creative, financial, physical, time to the project. Who has what creative control? Who owns how much of the project? Who owns the IP? How long, or if it is in perpetuity, you are going to share proceeds from this project? I think all of these things.
With that last part you say, I assume that goes along with who owns the IP. It doesn't?
Well, not necessarily. Let's take this film. What's it called again? The vampire film.
Sinners?
Yes, Sinners. Basically, 25 years from now, all the rights revert back to the producer director.
Okay.
Yes. So it's not in perpetuity.
Oh.
So the studios get to make money from that film for the first 25 years.
Okay,
after which he takes back complete control. So maybe now the studio is making 70, 80% or 60. I don't know what the deal is from the film while he's getting the other percentage. But at some point.
So I think you should clarify what we're talking about. We're talking about Sinners shot by Ryan Coogler.
Yes.
If you've not seen it, I don't know how you have not seen that film. It's amazing.
Yes. So basically that's the kind of deal he fleshed out with the studios.
Okay.
So I think it's something we can begin to look towards here in our space. Because at the end of the day, if someone is giving you 100 million naira, they intend to recoup on that investment. But you are also in show business to make a living and hopefully make something that you can eat off or feed off for the foreseeable future. So it's best to protect yourself while also trying to look out for the interests of your
Excuse me.
partner. That's how I see it. And I think that's how a lot of people probably do see it or should see it. That's what I'm thinking. What do you think?
I agree. I'm pretty much learning here.
Yeah?
It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Oh. I wish just thought those two went ahead hand in hand.
You did?
Yeah, I kind of did.
Yeah.
Because once you start explaining it sounds like you're saying something negative. It sounds like you are just putting them off. So you usually just don't even go there. But it's a reality.
Yeah.
And the easiest way is to use the triangle of production.
Okay. Yeah.
Picture a triangle.
Yeah.
There's 3 spots.
Yeah.
So put cost or cheap here.
Yeah.
Money, cost. Quality, good.
Yeah.
And then you put time. Just put those 3 in your head.
Yes.
So now, wait, of course, you already know it. So when you now try to use that to explain why, if you are asking for this, it's going to lead to this.
Yes.
But it's not like it's my fault.
Yeah.
That's just the reality of the situation.
It is.
So most times, they want to make it under this amount of money for this amount of time.
Yeah.
But they don't understand how that would translate
Or
into
affect the quality of the project.
So most times you don't have to explain it, almost breaking it down to how obvious it should be. But it seems to only be obvious to this side of the camera. Because, okay, you want to make a film. You want to make it quickly because you need to put it out there. And you obviously don't want to spend too much money. But you want to make sure you make a good film because your name is going to be behind it, yes. So you want to make it cheap. You want to make a cheap film, but you make it cheap.
Yeah.
So you're going to cut down on... Now, for the purpose of this exercise, we're going to assume that the best actors are the ones that you have to pay the most money for.
True.
And it pretty much, in realistic purposes, translates to crew. The best crew are the ones you're going to have to pay most money for. So since you're going for cheap, you're not going to get the best actors, neither are you going to get the best crew.
Yes.
And you want to make it fast. So you're not going to give these guys enough space to make mistakes, to learn, to figure out what they are doing. They're going to have to rush to a considerable extent. So they're going to give either their default level productivity or even lower. So in you trying to make a cheap film, you've just made a bad film in a short amount of time. And that's even if you finish on time, because if they're not working efficiently, you're going to make it for a longer time. So you're making a cheaper film, probably for even a longer time, and it still won't be good.
Yeah.
How do you have that kind of explanation with an EP, but in a positive, motivational way?
Well, I think hopefully your EP understands that if the product's of a certain quality, his chances of making a sizable return increases exponentially.
Yeah.
So if
does it though?
Yeah, it probably does. At the end of the day,
I would say, and I doubt if you disagree.
Yeah.
But Nollywood is still suffering from that. The best work aren't getting the best platforms or the best attention. To whoever's fault is it?
Yeah.
That's just the reality of the situation.
But there is a chance that the best work can lead to bigger and better opportunities. Sometimes. And I think that's not just a Nollywood thing. That can happen for any filmmaker anywhere on the planet.
Yeah.
Sometimes you do something, it may not make as much money
as it should,
but then it opens other doors
to other
for
things.
you. Yes. Okay. So there is that. Let me ask you a question. If an international film house or investor says to you, hey, Baaj, you know that your passion project, that script you wrote that's dear to you, you don't want to change a single thing. I tell you what, I'll give you X amount of money for you to make the film, but I want 50% creative control, meaning I can change anything or at least change 50% of the story. I may not, but I could if I chose to. I just want that control.
I would definitely not see it as my passion project anymore because it's definitely no longer my passion project.
But would you take the money?
Absolutely.
Would you do the project?
Absolutely. I would like to do it in faith that I'm working with people that want to make a beautiful film.
Okay.
So even though it's my passion project, I probably have every single detail down to a T of how I want it to be.
Yeah.
You never know. They might have some good ideas. You never know.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
You never know.
I'll probably do the same thing. I take the money, and I probably would consider it my passion project, to be honest, and I would fight for everything I felt was essential to keep the story true. But the things I felt I could see reason, okay, this isn't as important as I initially thought. Maybe I could let some of those things go, or not hold on to them too dearly. But at the end of the day,
the entire plot.
No, the entire plot might be tricky.
But
then again, there probably is a reason why they are trying to make this particular film.
Oh, okay.
So I would try and remind them of that reason. There's a reason, because if you wanted to make an entirely new film, then you didn't need to come to me.
Oh, I could have just made something else for you.
Or you could have just one of those two. So I probably would have told them. Yeah. You mentioned something to me earlier. I found it to be an interesting question. There were 4 options. Filmmaking.
Oh, yes. Okay. Oh, okay. Is this picture? I don't have the picture. I'll show you the picture.
But do you remember what it was?
Yes.
There were 4 things.
Okay, there were 4 things.
Essential to filmmaking.
Yes, 4 things essential for filmmaking. Yes. And you have a set amount that you can spend on the 4 of them. So let's assume it's
100 naira.
100 naira.
Okay.
Yeah, 100 naira. You have 100 naira. So it's 4 things.
Yeah.
You have movie star. Okay. Male or female, doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Movie star. You have the best script in the world.
Okay.
Someone wrote Showery There for 2025.
Oh, wow. What?
Have you seen Showery There? It's super old.
Oh,
super duper
okay.
old.
Okay.
Have you seen it?
I think I heard about it a long time ago.
So I thought it was one of those films that...
Yoruba film.
Yes, Yoruba film.
For those listening.
Yes, it's a Yoruba film. Yeah. Tony Kalani.
Yeah. Okay.
I thought it was one of those films that was good because I was small.
Yeah.
Like I was young.
But no, it's really good.
But they used to do this Nollywood... I think Nollywood Friday, Nollywood Weekend. It's a Nollywood event. They used to do it
a while back.
I'm trying to
somewhere
remember.
in Surulere.
Yeah, Surulere. I'm trying to remember the company that does it.
I know Emmanuel.
Yeah, Emmanuel.
And Chrissy Hidero.
I love going for that thing. It's so lovely.
Yes.
So in one of the events, they play Showery There.
Yes.
I'm like, yo, this film. I don't understand. If it was one of the first times, I like, man, first and foremost, I feel so proud that I happen to be an actor.
Yeah.
So I could be like, man, look, my industry is making a film that was made, Showery There was made, I think, 3 decades ago.
Sometime in the 90s.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it feels like if it was made now, like in this moment, it applies. Like it's and rarely that happens with our films.
I hear
but
you.
So it was like still on point. And if you can like channel the spirit of that film into like real life, maybe we can make something happen. So I was like, man, this is dope. This is dope. Anyways, so the best script in the world.
Yeah. So first of all, let's go back again.
Okay, let's go back and answer. Movie star.
Yes.
The best script in the world.
Yes.
All on adequate amount of money.
Okay.
Adequate amount of money.
Okay.
Adequate amount of time.
Okay.
So let's do it again.
Okay.
You have a movie star.
And all of these are things essential.
So you want to make a film?
Yes.
A really good film.
Okay. Yeah.
So you want to make a really good film.
Yes.
You have these 4 choices.
Yeah.
Movie star.
Yeah.
Best script in the world.
Yeah.
Adequate amount of money.
Yeah.
Adequate amount of time.
And I can only pick
all of them cost 25 naira.
No. So I have 100 naira.
Yes, you have.
So I can afford every single one of them.
Yes, but they all cost 25 naira.
25 naira
each.
But if I add 25 naira,
sorry, they all cost 50 naira. My bad.
Okay,
sorry.
And I only have 100 naira.
Yeah.
Wow. So I have to pick
2.
Movie star.
The best script
in the world. Adequate time. Money.
Adequate money, yeah. There's an extra bit, but I can't say it till you pick.
Yeah. The indie filmmaker in me.
Yeah.
The guy in me is thinking, give me Showery Day and give me adequate time. And I'm torn between adequate time or money because I'm thinking if I throw the right amount of money at the greatest script in the world, there's a chance that it will still be magic. So
wait. Now, the flip is attached to that triangle we talked about before. Cheap quality time.
Oh.
So the ones that you didn't pick, you get the flip of it.
Yes. So if I have...
So you're going to make it... You're going to make this amazing film.
Yes.
With the worst actor in the world.
Yes. Oh, shit.
that obviously he's doing it for free because you don't have any money. That's the only way you get to get the most acting in the world.
Okay.
You're doing it for free.
Yeah. But
even though you
yeah.
just said a story about an actor
yeah.
that you just couldn't make it work.
No,
The actor just couldn't make it work. Yeah, the actor just couldn't make it work.
Yes. But to be fair.
So how do you want to make that beautiful film with your terrible actor and no money?
Well, I think you will find that with the right amount of money, maybe you can sufficiently motivate and encourage and teach.
How many actors are you going to do this with?
Well, if I have
you'll be shooting
an
that film
unlimited amount of money,
you have to shoot that film till you die.
I would probably hire an acting teacher to help them improve.
Too much sense. Too much sense. You know what, you guys in the comment section, you know what,
yes.
we're going to keep the video, the picture that we just described.
Yeah.
So once you hear your answers, read your answers in the comment section. It's really dope.
Yeah, let us know. Let us
what
know
too much sense is doing you.
Let us know what to pick. Remember,
first
you have a limited amount of, you have 100 naira, you know, and you have the best actor, adequate time, best script, an adequate amount of resources.
And I think you're confusing adequate money.
Yeah.
And you're confusing adequate money with unlimited money. It's not that saying you acting teacher. You get how many projects have you been on that you saw an acting teacher?
Adequate is relative.
How many projects in Nollywood have you been on where you saw an acting teacher? I've seen only 2.
I was on. I'm gonna shut up now.
I've seen only 2. One of the actors got recast. So
no,
I was sad. It was. I was happy it happened. That's terrible. He was so bad. He was so bad.
No,
and my career was at stake.
But you were happy it happened.
No, like
I mean, you're not.
This is the thing.
But, yeah.
See. It wasn't that I was happy it happened. I was happy it happened because of who he was replaced with. So it wasn't like, I'm happy you get. No. The person they brought in your place saved my entire freaking being.
Wow.
So and he walked in like, thank you, God. Is this little things that'll be happening in your life? You'll be like, can you see there's no God? Because I'm just give shout out to Kelechi Udegbe.
Great actor, great guy. So, what are you going to be watching this weekend? What do you have planned this weekend? Actually?
I'm still on my dark.
Okay.
Because I'm jumping between. Okay, so I was watching anime for a bit, then I stumbled on dark. Not stumbled on dark because I've seen it before, but someone was playing the ringtone. I liked it, so I said, let me watch it a few episodes. Now I'm stuck.
Yeah.
In a lovely void of what dark creates.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm still watching my anime, so I'm going back and forth with the anime and then I'm watching dark. So it's it's a good vibe.
Yeah.
You?
Speaking of anime, there's this animation I intend to check out. It's called Vox Machina. Yeah.
It's good.
Out of the world of Dungeons and Dragons. I hear it's really good, and maybe
I heard about, I've not seen it, but I've seen
when I come here next week.
Okay.
We'll have a whole talk about
For real?
I don't know.
You'd have allowed me to make a recommendation, man.
Okay. Recommend something.
Yeah.
Recommend a Nollywood film for me to check out.
I'll probably say the one I'm not in.
Okay.
It's only a film like if I wanted to recommend something, I'd say, make sure you watch Say or Die. But that means don't watch that.
I've seen it a few times.
Don't watch The Lost Days because I'm in that.
Yes.
So I won't recommend that. I won't recommend that. Don't watch Country Hard. Because we are in that.
Yes.
So I can't recommend that.
So
at this point, maybe just don't watch the 3 films I just said you should watch that are on Prime currently and you can watch it immediately.
Okay. I think I'll think of pretty decently rated Nigerian film on one of these streamers and I'll check it out. And I'm gonna see.
But for the anime, I was going to recommend Attack on Titan.
Okay. I will figure out where I can watch that. Top 5 tips for young aspiring filmmakers out there.
Young aspiring, content creating, just as long as you want to get a film done, more specifically. Which is something, it's kind of, I swear, if you go back 2 years, they may won't even believe I'm saying the words I'm saying now.
Yeah.
It's what you have to thank social media for.
Yeah.
because it makes it easier to create what would probably have been impossible
Yeah.
without it. It's easier to get funding when you kind of already are known for something. When you have kind of like a following.
So you're saying start building your audience.
Yeah, you start building your
before-
audience.
I get you.
It's kind of like you're introducing yourself, but you're not introducing yourself because they know what you're about.
I get you. It makes it easier to get
So
your
there's that
foot.
level of through the door. There's that level of familiarity. There's that level of okay, I'm talking to someone that knows what they want to do.
True.
Because this is what you do.
That's true.
You know, so it helps if it helps to build your audience before really going for the money.
Yeah. That's number one. So number two, I think, would be have at least 3 methods of seeking for funding or raising capital. First one, investors.
Obviously.
Either do it the professional way, go to film production companies, pitch, see if you can generate money or generate funds. Or you raise the funds yourself. Simple. Crowdfunding, talk to your friends, blah, 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 blah. Or the way, or there's a method that people aren't really exploring that much here, pre-sales.
Okay.
Yeah, that can tie into you already having some sort of reputation. And even if you don't, it doesn't necessarily stop you. You could just try and get the word out there. You're trying to make this, you're offering merchandising, you're doing this.
Does that work here?
I don't know that it can't work, especially in this day and time where you can reach people all over the world and all over Nigeria. You could go, okay, I'm offering these perks, these services, this sort of access, and see how you can generate some income and then get the project made. That's number 2. Any other thoughts?
I've been wondering if that can work, yeah.
It probably can.
Because I have someone that's had that kind of conversation with me, and we're not sure ever. Well, another one, which is something I noticed like personally. To you, the film is everything. Like your entire world in that moment is the film. But to an investor or someone you're trying to get involved in the film is just a piece of their life. Like it's just a sector, it's just a piece. So when you're presenting it, you have to make sure you're presenting it with that in mind.
I got you.
You get so your visuals, your numbers, your EPK. You might know I keep calling it EPK. What's the full?
Electronic press kit.
Yes, your electronic press kit. Your all the way you also have your shots. If you have a storyboard, if you have that. But everything you're going to need to pitch the film has to be very, very set, very precise.
Yeah.
Because you have a short limited of, sometimes you have a short time, sometimes you have a long time. But to that person, it's still a piece. You are showing your entire world. Yeah. So you might end up entering that void of you're just talking too much.
True.
You're so excited. Now get to the nitty gritty.
Yeah.
This person needs all the information packaged easily, very easy to understand, very easy to put this here,
yeah.
And they can now make their decisions quickly so you can get to the good part, which is you end up just gisting. If it works well.
Yes.
You know. So if you can't get there and start wondering what you're saying.
No, you can't do that.
Yeah, so
you can't do that.
Yeah.
What I will say also, because that's number 3 and number 4, I would say is always be clear with your investors, your backers, your business partners. Have everything in writing. Let the language be clear. Let everybody know what's what. That's very important. And number 5, if you decide to try and find a market and a home for your film by going to film festivals, before you shoot the film, there are certain things you need to consider. One is, are you trying to tell this story from a unique perspective? Does this story you're trying to tell have some sort of emotional impact? And it's very important, I mean, you might roll your eyes, but it's the truth. Is it culturally relevant? Now, these things matter because at the end of the day,
wait,
you're taking
when you say culturally relevant, what culture are you like? Worldwide? I mean, specific for Nigeria.
Yeah, I would say
Africa.
If you're a young filmmaker out of Africa, more often than not, you're not going to be able to sell a project like, let's say, Bad Boys.
Okay, obviously.
To a foreign market off the bat. I'm not saying it's not possible, but the truth is,
even if culture. That's what I'll ask you. Even if you tell it from a more Nigerian perspective,
that's the thing. You need to be able to do that.
Okay.
you need to be able to make them understand, because if someone in Miami is watching
I
your
have an
film
idea,
and
yeah.
it looks like a third-rate knockoff
Yeah,
of a film in
the-
Miami, there's a chance that they're not
they'll
going to
like-
have
they'll
much
like
in the
it.
way of interest for it. But if they see your film, even if it's a story they're familiar with, but it looks like, oh, this is from Lagos, or this
They can
is
feel that
from
vibe.
Benin, or this is from Senegal. They can feel it. They can immerse themselves in your culture.
And they can,
in your
ironically, they can
surroundings.
relate better.
Yes, they can. Take District 9, for example.
That's a good example.
It's a great film.
I love that
It's
film.
a sci-fi film, but it was rooted in South African culture and the culture of apartheid.
Yeah, that's
You know,
a
so
very
basically,
brilliant. That's a very brilliant.
That's one of the ways
true.
they chose to push that film.
So,
Yeah.
as usual, or not even as usual, you put the idea in my head.
Yes.
Bad Boys, Nigerian film.
Yes.
What are the actors?
Bad Boys. Nigerian film. Again, I ask.
Yeah.
Nigerian actors.
Yes,
Nigerian
yes. From now
descent,
on to end of time,
No
not
descent.
Nigerian descent.
Nigerian
Ijile.
actors. Oh,
Nollywood,
and we're
bruh.
talking Bad Boy 1, Abby. So if we're talking Bad Boy 1,
Yeah,
Nigerian actors.
yeah.
Let me ask you first.
You man. Jeez. I was waiting for your answer if I decide. Man, put me on the spot. For Will Smith.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's add an extra rule.
Okay.
You can't use an actor you've used before, at least for a bit.
Okay.
Eh?
Fair enough.
Because personally, I was going to use him again. Like I
Yeah.
let's make it harder.
Fair enough.
For Will Smith. Oof. G-Mike.
Oh my
You guys, okay. You know that. Okay, I've not used him before.
Yes. So,
So,
you can.
so I can
Okay, Martin
G-Mike for Will
Lawrence.
Smith.
Yeah.
For Martin Lawrence.
Wow.
Funny Bone.
Okay.
Jamaica Funny Bone.
Okay.
Bad Boys.
Okay. I would go maybe a young Ramsey Noah
For
Will Smith.
Mm.
I could live with that. I could probably also live with a young Majid Michelle.
For Martin Lawrence.
No. For
Oh, okay.
this thing.
Okay, so
Will
he's-
Smith character.
Okay, so Raquel was going to be Martin Lawrence?
No. Either or.
Oh, okay.
Majid Michelle.
Okay,
So it's
both
either
of-
or.
both of-
And then for Martin Lawrence, I would. I haven't said Sambasa and Zeribe.
For Martin Lawrence?
I would pick Sambasa and Zeribe. I know what you're thinking because he's taught, and I'm like the vibe. I feel the vibe. I would probably pick Sambasa and Zeribe. Yeah.
That means you were convinced that Sambasa can do comedic roles then.
I'm convinced Sambasa can do anything.
Respect, bruh.
Yes.
All right, guys. We say we're wrapping up, yeah?
Yes, we are. We've
So,
been wrapping up for like
wrap-
the last.
Man,
God
okay, no,
knows how
for
long.
real,
Yes.
wrapping up now.
Yeah.
Do not forget to like, share, subscribe, and turn the notification on, man. The more you do it, the more we remain here.
Yes. That's a good thing.
Mhm.
Thank you. We're out.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you, man. You guys got to the end.
Please like, subscribe, and share. And remember to turn on your notifications.
Yes, so you don't miss our next videos because it's going to be dope. Save, guys.